Good morning, guys. This is Daryl with Lee's Lawn Care and Services. How are you? It's a Sunday morning. It rained yesterday, so I couldn't get out here and finish up my work week because of yesterday. But I'm out. I'm going out today. I'm driving out to catch these accounts. I got both my commercial accounts to do, and I got two residential accounts to do. So it's not a lot to do, but it's still stuff to do on a day that I'm normally off. But I'm not complaining, because you know what, God is good, man. The work is there. You don't have to go searching around for work. The work is right at your feet. And like I don't know if I told you guys the story, but a guy stopped by the truck the other day, asked me if I had any work for him, and I told him no, I don't have any work for you, but give me a name and number, and I will pass that work on to you, the work that I get, because my number's on the trailer. And as soon as that guy left, I had a phone call for for a new account, and I gave the business straight to him, and I explained to him, I said, hey, you can call this lady back and set something up. I said, I'll call her back and let her know that you are interested, in doing the work, because I couldn't do it because I was booked up. So, long story short, I called a lady. I text her. I say, hey, this guy's gonna give you a call and gonna give you an estimate, And then he called me back. He said, I called, but nobody's answering the phone. So I said to myself, okay, well, the lady's probably at work. I said, well, why don't you just go over there anyway, estimate the yard, write it down in your notepad and leave a note on the door, say, hey, I was here. I say, and that way they know, because they were expecting him, And so he went and he did that, So I don't know if he got the job or not. He never called me back after that. But, just a few pointers, I'm probably going to have to give him, because I can see he's really, really like green as far as dealing with people. When you deal with people, you have to have a great personality, and if you have a great personality, and you got to have great personality, and you got to have some patience and some understanding, depending on what the situation is, some people may, they might be having a funeral, or somebody might have died, or some different things happening. And so you have to be able to, communicate with them, even though they're going through tough situations sometimes. So that's kind of how I look at it, and that just comes with experience. When you deal with a lot of people, you learn how to deal with them, and I was a manager for a number of years, and I had to deal with a lot of different personalities. So I think that was a key element in my training to do what I'm doing today, because you need to be able to talk to people a certain way, and it always has to be respectful, and that's how I look at it. But I wanted to talk again about mowers, man. I was talking about mowers the other day, and I made the video, but I didn't really get a chance to hit on the points I wanted to, and like I said, my old mower that I had that's broken right now, it's been down a couple days, but I've had that mower for 10 years, and the frame is bent on it, and I makeshift it to where it works, and and I can get a new deck for it, because the deck is the problem with it. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy another new one. I already bought one, and it's not coming for another month, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy another new one, and I'm a roll with that. That's what I'm gonna do, because I've had that mower for 10 years, and if you can imagine how much money that mower has made me since I purchased it, and I didn't go out there and buy the best. I don't do that. I mean, the shelf life of these mowers, in all honesty, 3 to 5 years, man. 3 to 5 years, depending on how much punishment you're putting on it. Now, you may get lucky and get 10 years out of your mower like I did, and my mower is not, the mower I got is not a commercial mower. It's a residential mower, and I got 10 years out of it. Now, of course, I had some bumps and bruises, down the line and stuff like that, but I got 10 years out of that mower, and it's still running. It just needs a screw, and I'm gonna put a screw in it, and I'm gonna use it for the rest of the season, and then next year I'm gonna go get another new zero turn, because I got one new zero turn coming. So I'm going to change them out, and then I need to, like I said, I got to change out. I want another weed eater to go with the one I have. I have a backup one, which is pretty good, but I've had that thing since 2010, I think. I had that 10 or 11. I had that weed eater for a long time. It's still running, so I'm going to change it out and get a brand new backup weed. I'll make the one I have now be my backup and then just use that one, because the one I have now, I got that one last year along with the edger. So I gave myself a 3-year window to change out all the equipment. So I look at it like this. I put myself in a situation to where I'm revamping the business, so right now I'm willing to not go in a hole, but not make as much profit as I would normally make if I didn't have to buy, so much equipment. So that's where I'm at right now. My mindset is like that. Like last year, I bought some things, bought some tires, did some things. This year, I bought a brand new zero turn, which is coming. I'm going to get another zero turn. I'm debating whether or not I want to get another big one, because I don't use the big one as much as I would use the small one. So I might just get 2 small Z's and run with them. And that's what I'm thinking, because those they wear out, And if I could get 10 years out of those 2, man, that would be an awesome feeling. One this year, I'll buy another one for next year. So I'm kind of thinking along the lines of that. My weed eaters, they tend to last a while. The only one that didn't last as long, I had a 280S by Echo, and that thing, I must have got like 4 years out of it. It didn't last that long, Not like the other ones, because I had the cheap Echoes that lasted a while, and then they had what's called a flex cable on the inside of it. It would break, and so I would have to change it out and get another one. And then I started getting the ones with the steel rods in them. And then now I think Echo only thing they do now, they go with a double flex cable on the inside. It's like a lot thicker than that flex cable that they used to use. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But yeah, that's my plan, man, to revamp my business. I want to have all new equipment by next year. Like I said, I gave myself 3 years. I started last year. I'm buying new stuff this year, and next year when I get the new stuff, that everything should be changed out except for the truck and the blowers. The truck and the blowers. That'll be the very last things to go. My blowers are very, very good, so I'm not too keen on changing them, because I got those blowers. What happened? My blowers actually got stolen. I left my truck open one day, and I got two blowers got stolen from me. And so this is back in I want to say 2016 or 2017, round up in there. And my blowers that I had at the time, both of them they stole both the blowers off the truck. They left everything else, the mower, the weed eaters and all. They left that. They took both the blowers. So I had to go out and buy 2 new blowers, and I bought one immediately when that happened, and then I bought another one the following year. And so the blowers are, in sync. They're right behind each other. So I think I bought one. It was 2016, I think, that happened. I bought one in 16 immediately, and then I bought the other one in 17. Then the very next year, and then I ran with it like that. So my blowers are in pretty good shape, But the other stuff, it's got some age on it. It's time for it to be changed out. All the yards I cut every year, the punishment and the grind that I put on that equipment, oh my God, I'm surprised it holds up. But we cut on different levels. I talked about that before. And when you cutting with machines on the levels that we cutting on, they're not going to last as long as we like. If it was a typical homeowner using this equipment and they use it for a while and they cut with it, that equipment probably would last them for a long time, a real long time. Because you got to think about it. We do a year's worth of cutting in a matter of a couple of weeks. When you start breaking it down and you start thinking about it, we do a lot of cutting in a week that would put years of cuts on your equipment. You know, it's usually I think I average it out. It's between 36 and 42 weeks a year that you use your mower. Okay, 36 and 42 cuts a year, and that's cutting every week. You know, depending on the situation. So 42 cuts a year. We do that. I do that in a week to 2 week period. And a lot of guys that's commercially cutting, they do the same thing, maybe in a week. That's a year's worth of wear and tear on your equipment, right there, right out the bat. You know, I mean, last year I think I cut like 1,600 yards. I cut last year. So you think about all that punishment that I cut with my equipment, 1,500 to 1,600 yards. I got it back there written down. There's not a lot of equipment that's designed to hold up to that type of stuff. So commercial, not commercial, whatever piece of equipment you get, it's not made for that. You know, not that type of cutting, and that's just me. And I know guys doing a lot more than I'm doing, you know. So there ain't no piece of equipment that they make is gonna hold up to the punishment and the pounding that we put on this equipment out here. And then, like I said, for me to get 10 years out of that machine, I've done really, really well, because that machine should have died a long time ago, and it didn't, and it's still not dead. You know, I mean, it's got its bumps and bruises, but it's the engine is still going. You know, and that's what's kind of impressive to me, because you know, I had machines, man. I'm telling you, I had a small rider, 5 years, went out. I started out with a Cub Cadet, 3 years, that thing went out. You know, and I had a couple of, I had another snapper push. I think that thing lasted 2 years. It went out. Then I bought this one with this Honda, the one with the Honda engine on it. I've had it 7 years, and it's still going. But you know, I've had to replace parts on it. You know, and it's still running. You know, so this equipment is not designed to last forever. It just depends on what you buy. And our goal when we buy it is to make sure that we're getting something that's going to be around for a while, you know. And that's kind of how we think about it, you know. That's how I think about it, at least. I don't know how a lot of other people think about it, but that's how I think about it. You know, when I buy my stuff, I want it to last as long as I can get it to last, depending on, you know, the situation or the condition of the equipment, you know. Like I said, 10 years was great. And the crazy part about it is I bought a small Z, and that thing lasted 5 years, and I bought it after I bought my big rider. My big rider I had it, but I needed a small one to get in these gates, these small gates and all, and make my work a lot easier. You know, help me to stop from pushing so much. And so I bought it, and like I say, 5 years, and it quit. You know, engine quit. You know, other stuff started quitting. I'm like, wow. You know, I thought I was gonna have deck issues, but I had no deck issues with that thing at all. It was other issues that killed it. So I had to get rid of it, and it's been about 3 or 4 years since I had one. So I'm about to get another one. I'm getting a different one. You know, a more commercial line one that I bought, and it's gonna be durable. It's gonna hold up. And I got a what is that? 4-year warranty? 4-year warranty with I think 400 hours. You know, anything after 400 hours is I'm on my own, put it that way. But yeah, that's what I got coming. So if I could get 5 years out of this thing or more, you know, I would be happy with that. But I'm gonna buy 2 of them, and I don't think I'm gonna buy another big one, because all my accounts are not big. I only have a few that's big. I say about 5 or 6 accounts that's big, and then the rest of those accounts are they're not small, but like mid-size. And that 36 that I bought is gonna fit perfect in those gates and knock out those mid-size yards. I could have bought a 40. A 48 is too big, you know, way too big. 42 is ideal size, but I can't fit in gates with it, and that's what I had, and I didn't use it that much. I used a small one because I called it the zipper. You know, the little small one would zip through these yards, you know, and that's kind of what I need. You know, getting something like that, you know, it'll save my energy. it'll increase my production like I did before. You know, I used to have help, and I don't use a lot of help anymore these days, unless I really really get in the bind. So I'm looking forward to the season. Man, this season's starting out real good. You know, just like last year. Last year kicked off with a bang. You know, I was making money in February like it was nothing. And this year February was kind of slow, but March kind of really picked up, and then this month is like full blown. So you know, things are definitely looking great. So that's my time, guys. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that's going on with me. I might get to you today with some mowing footage. I may not. I don't know. But you guys stay blessed. It's a Sunday. I usually take off on Sundays, but I got to work today because of the rain yesterday. But you guys stay blessed. You know, and know that God is good all the time, every time. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.